Hey YouTube, this will be a video of the first time that I went single track riding all by myself. I have one other day that I went single track riding with a buddy on this DRZ400 right after I got it, and I fell off 4 or 5 times that day. So today I'm hoping not to fall off once since I'm all by myself and I don't want to get hurt out here all back in the woods. So anyhow, I thought today what I would do since I was riding alone is practice some of the things I've been reading. I like to read, and so I've been reading quite a few books about how to ride off-road. I've got years of street riding, but I'm brand new to this off-road thing, so I thought I'd share some of the things that I'm learning today. You can see there, I'm really slow going downhill. I really haven't figured that out. So anyhow, I found this little trail here, and pulled up to the sign, and it said it was easy, and I thought, easy, that's perfect, because I'm learning. So I kind of went up here, and the trail ended up making a loop and coming up right above. So I did it a second time and went up and looped around, and then this is the third time around. So by this time I'm getting a little bit better, although as you'll see, I'll show you on the video here all the way around the trail, I'm still awfully slow. And one of the more frustrating parts about learning something new here is I know what I should be doing, and it's not happening. My mind is telling me to go faster, but I'm not. And, I guess that'll come with time. So one of my bigger struggles is downhill. I've got years of street bike riding and road racing where I use the rear brake never. And I use the front brake all the time, but not the rear. And so on the dirt, I just have a tough time learning to use the rear brake again. And this section here is a lot steeper than it looks. And one of the things that I read last week, which I was able to actually implement here, and it worked really well, was on steep stuff, if you have troubles getting traction, I read that you should sit a little further back on the seat, lift your legs, and lift them a little bit forward, kind of like they're on the pegs is what I did, which transferred weight to the rear wheel. And I was amazed how much better it worked, because the week before, had I gone up that, I would have just spun the rear wheel. And what I was doing then is I was kind of using my legs as outriggers to kind of keep me balanced as I went up something steep, which caused some of the weight to come off the rear wheel, which caused me to lose traction. I mean, it seems simple, but anyhow, it worked. It really helped me a lot, quite a bit on this ride. So as I ride along here, I'm constantly looking for a simple single track, and apparently that wasn't one. And I did see these two guys that I saw in the staging area there, and shortly after seeing those guys, I saw a guy in a pickup truck with his daughter, and he was out bow hunting. He asked me if I saw any deer, and I said, no, I just got here. And there, sure enough, there's a deer. Yeah, that's cool. So shortly after seeing the deer, I took a little break and then decided to continue on. And this trail didn't have a trail marker, but it seemed as if it was a continuation of the road I was on, which was easy. So I kind of figured this was easy. So as I'm coming down here, I'm practicing standing on the pegs, kind of bow-legged, so that the bike can move underneath me from side to side. And I'm trying to kind of stay out of this. Kind of a little rut. Didn't show on some of this here, but I was kind of moving the bike back and forth, and I was really surprised how easy it was using that kind of bow-legged stance. So I got over here and I looked at the sign, and it says more difficult. And wait a minute, more difficult? So that kind of boosted my confidence, because that really didn't seem that difficult. So I kind of continued on down that trail, and it hit this section right here, and you can see I'm standing, and then this apparently is the point where I sit down, and you can see how much slower I'm going once I sit down. And maybe that's what I need to practice next time, is standing on this steep stuff, because every time I hit something steep I tend to sit down, and maybe I'd have a little more control standing if I was to do that, because you can see I'm slowing way down here. And once I got to the bottom here, I kind of look and I notice that the sign is missing that kind of describes the trail, and I get down here and I realize that this is a spot I've come to a number of times, and it says more difficult. So apparently this is more difficult. So once again here I'm using the technique of sitting back on the seat and keeping my feet up, and you can see I'm just motoring right up this and getting all kinds of traction. So definitely that works. And then you can see I just stood up, and of course, as soon as I stand up, I speed up. So definitely I kind of knew that before, but it really illustrates itself in the video. So here's a section where, not a big rut, but you can see there's a little rut off to one side, and I was able to use that bow-legged technique and just powered right up the trail. So I read that it can be hard to see when transitioning from shadow to sunlight, and which is what's happening right here. And as I come around this corner, there comes somebody. So there it is in slow motion. He kind of luckily skidded off to the side a little bit there and missed me, and I think his reactions were a lot faster than mine. So this is another easy trail that I went down for a little ways, and you can see I'm kind of scooting along as I'm standing up here. Then I hit this steep section and slowed way down, and I actually cut some of it out of the video because I'd been going down this for a while rather slow. And you can see I just don't have this figured out. And as I said, I think the problem is I'm using a lot of front brake, and I just don't have any feel for the rear brake, which makes it hard for me to use it without locking it up. And so I tend to pretty much just use the front. And you can see once it levels off a little bit, then I speed up again. But I struggle with that steepness. Yeah, this sure is fun. And you can see there, as soon as I transition to downhill, which doesn't show a lot in the GoPro, I just show slow way down. I mean, obviously it's a lot steeper than it looks here in the video. So anyway, here's a little jump. That's fun. So this is that section that I had done 3 times earlier in the video, but I'm doing it backwards. So it's kind of like a new section for me here. And I'm trying to practice hitting these berms, not that they're very big or anything, but trying to go through here a little faster than I feel comfortable. And I mean, it's not like I'm going super slow, but I could be going a whole lot faster. And it's just really frustrating that I'm trying so much to hit the gas and it's not happening. So maybe I'm just lame, but anyway. So here, this is downhill. It doesn't show quite so much, and I'm actually doing a little better than I was earlier in the day. So I suppose I can't complain. And of course, I really don't want to run into a tree. I'd run into a stump the week before and kind of hurt my foot, so I was a little bit shy of the trees. So this actually is the trail I've been looking for all day. Like I said, I went riding with a buddy a week and a half ago, and we were up here, and there was a trail that was a black diamond difficult trail that's off of this one that was actually just a joy. It was the trail that I had the most fun on. I don't know why they had it marked as black diamond, because it was actually very easy, very flowing turns. And so I thought I'd ride up here and find that trail. And unfortunately, when I got up, sure enough, I found the trail, but I didn't have the confidence to do it. I mean, I knew it wasn't that difficult, but being all alone up here in the woods, I just felt it was better to turn around, or not turn around, but continue on down the trail, and then came out the bottom. So call me a chicken. I'm kind of reminded as I pull off the single track and onto the ATV trails or double tracks, whatever you call these things. I've progressed quite a bit in the month or so that I've been up here riding. When I first started this trail I'm on right here, this was what I would consider a little more challenging. I love that view. But now that's an easy trail that kind of connects the more difficult stuff. So pulled over here, a little stack, and then you can see there's a turn right in front of me, and I did that about 8 times, trying to go as fast as I could, and I never did get even a little bit fast. I was slow the whole time because I'm so lame, but anyhow, I had a lot of fun. So thanks for watching.